What is up, everybody? Welcome into episode 51 of the Brahma Bullpen, final episode of the season. The 2024 inaugural UFL season has come to a close. Took a while to get this episode out because me and producer did have the we were fortunate enough to be able to go to the game up in St. Louis. We had a great time this episode. We'll show you a little bit of our St. Louis trip. Talk about the game. We got game previews later, and then at the end of the episode, we'll talk a little bit about what we're going to do during the off season here on the bullpen. Coming to you live from the cow pasture on behalf of United Football Media. We're going to continue to make some content for United Football Media through the off season. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but before we go any further, 25-0. All I can say is congratulations to the Birmingham Stallions. You proved once again you're the class of the field. I did not foresee Goose Egg going into this game getting shut out. I knew it wasn't going to be high scoring, but I thought for sure we'd get some points on the board, but getting blanked 25-0 is a pretty embarrassing way to go out. I know a lot of the players feel the same way. There were some frustrations expressed after the game on different social media platforms. I'm not going to post those here, but if you want to go look that stuff up, just start searching for players' social media posts. I'm sure you can find something there. But the fans were disappointed. The players were disappointed. I'm sure everybody was disappointed. And with that, we'll go ahead and pop up the most painful graphic I've ever showed on this channel. Back-to-back three-peat championships for the Birmingham Stallions. They won the inaugural UFL championship. I really wanted to see someone else win the inaugural championship because now we're going to listen to Pony fans complain about or brag about winning 3 in a row, even though it's only one. Will the league count the other two? Will they not count the two? All I know is this is their first UFL championship. This graphic put out by the league lists 3 years of championships, different league. I think even the Stallion fans would have to admit that the league is a little bit more competitive than when combined than they were separate. But great league, great season. You know, can't wait for next season to start up. But before we get going, while everybody's still here, I just want to pop this up. It is June, the end of the month. We have, next month, 4th of July holidays coming up. If you're in the San Antonio area, pause this video, take a screenshot, Google the addresses, whatever you got to do. Find us on Facebook, Bangers Fireworks on Facebook. They're sponsoring the 3rd episode in the row, so thank you for Bangers Fireworks for doing that. Here's some maps, graphics. Guarantee you won't find better prices anywhere, and the product is top shelf. It's not cheap product for cheap prices. It's good product equivalent to everybody else's product for lower prices. I guarantee it. If you listen to anything I tell you on this episode or on this channel throughout the year and you happen to like it, believe me when I tell you, Bangers Fireworks have the best prices in town. Before we show the clips of the game, I'm going to just pop this up right here. Here's just some pictures of me and producer traveling to the game, being at the game. You can see how happy we are in all these pictures. We're having fun. We're partaking in libations. We're at casinos. We're tailgating around the stadium. We got to meet some of the fan favorites from all over the place. We saw pretty much a fan from every team. Got to see teams in warm-up. Got to have a lot of libations and represent and have a good time. Had a great time in St. Louis. Didn't have any bad experience. The food was great. The beer was cold. The people were nice. And everybody who saw us walking around in our Brahma swag welcomed us to the city. We're glad we were there to see it. There was a couple places, not going to lie, a little sketchy. Don't go out at night. But during the day, no problem. And then some of the bars down there had tons of security just to keep us safe. So we appreciate that. We had a great time. And looking forward to next season. Looking forward to opening game of season 2 and looking forward to going to next year's championship game, right? So appreciate you guys. Everybody we met up there, we had a great time. It was fun. Definitely would do it again. So typically, we're going to get into our highlights. So typically what I do is I go to the games or I watch them on TV. I think we went to, there was 3 games I didn't make it to live this year. But the other 12 games I was there in the stands. So what I do is I go to the games, then I watch it on TV, then we clip videos, and we share highlights, and we break down the highlights, and we show all the good stuff that happened in the game. And the problem with that is I'm still not over the championship loss. I'm going to be honest with you. 25-0. Still a little salty. For all those folks on Twitter who bookmarked some of my tweets throughout the season and threw them in my face, I really do appreciate that. Thank you. I think a lot of people forget that that's what social media is for, especially sports-related social media. It's there to talk trash to opposing fans of other teams that we don't get to just go out and talk trash to, right? That's why we have social media as sports fans, is to talk trash to other sports fans. So, hey, bring it on. I know I did my fair share of trash talking, but I went ahead and did clip the most significant highlight from the game, and I'm going to just play it right here for you. This is the most significant play of the game. The Brahmas were down 2 scores. It was 4th and a yard, excuse me. Going for it. You can see our starting quarterback, who's the leader of our team, the heartbeat of the offense, set the tone, set the example. And what are we watching here? We're watching a slide that we could have easily got the first down. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's got a 2 or 3 yard gap between him and the guys closing from the interior. He got to take it 2 more steps, cut behind that blocker. We could have got a first down, and who knows what could have happened. At this point in the game, there was still plenty of time to come back. And the reason I'm just looping this is because I feel like this is the best representation of the football game. Our defense played amazing. They gave up 25 points. But when you're on the field the whole time and you're playing a talented team like the Birmingham Stallions, they're going to get you once or twice. You know, they scored 3 touchdowns on us. 25 points is not even that much to give up. I mean, we're supposed to have this A.J. Smith, Mike Leach offense, right? I mean, where was it at? We got shut out. Last time we played the Stallions, we scored 18 points. I don't know. But the team wasn't there. Some of the players wanted to be there. Some of the players obviously didn't want to be there, and we're not going to call anybody out by name. You watched the game just like I watched the game. We're happy with the season. We got the XFL Conference Championship. We're coming back next year. One of the most interesting tidbits of news that came out since the championship game was no expansion, no relocation. So all you people that were planning on talking expansion talk and relocation talk during the offseason to continue making content, you're going to have to come up with something else because it ain't happening. That is straight from Daryl Johnson's mouth. I think that's the way to go. We definitely want consistency in the league. We want the fans to have some faith that the league's going to be back. We want some consistency in players. You know, everybody's contract, the coaches and the players' contracts are up, so they all need to be re-signed. I think based upon what was talked about in the interview and the desire for the league to be consistent, I think what you're going to see is a lot of players that do come back, re-sign with the teams that they were with this season for next year, so we can get consistency in the cities, consistency in coaching staff, consistency in players. We need to be able to identify with these players and with these teams, with these coaching staffs, start rooting for them and build that character and reputation. So consistency is the key word here, folks. Season 2 is going to happen. Now, I'm hoping the schedule gets dropped real soon, and I'm hoping the start date gets dropped real soon. We're looking to hopefully start the season a little bit earlier. Maybe not right after the Super Bowl, but maybe not as late as this year. Who knows what they come up with, but we definitely want to do it earlier. Maybe a week or 2 after Super Bowl would be great, but I'm happy with the week after the Super Bowl as well. Let's just move it up. And why do I want it moved up? Well, that brings me to the plans for the channel and what we're going to do here on the Brahma Bullpen. The type of news we're going to cover from the cow pasture with United Football Media. So what we're going to do is start participating in other content. We're going to be launching a 4th and 12, which is a general football content episode or show that's going to be part of the United Football Media on this channel. It's going to have my boy Webb on there, my boy Ace. You guys watch them on Polar Opposites as well as their own independent shows, but they got great chemistry. And then they got Alex, our coach, what we call Coach Alex here inside the UFM, is going to be there to kind of keep Webb and Alex on track. For some reason, they asked me if I wanted to be part of it. I don't know what my role is going to be yet. I'm thinking antagonist. I think what I'm going to do, we'll see. I don't want to piss off my bosses. People have told my boss Ace to fire me numerous times. But I think I'm going to go in as the antagonistic role and just disagree with everything Webb and Ace says and see what happens, Maybe I'll get more fans that way. They have a lot of haters. They got some people that like them, but they got some haters too. So keep your eye out on UFM. We're going to have content coming down. We're also going to be covering the International Football Alliance, the San Antonio franchise here on this channel on behalf of UFM and from the cow pasture. So watch for the month of July. There's going to be a poll come out with name options on the poll. I heard a rumor, I cannot confirm it, but I heard a rumor from somebody who was at the press conference and also does social media and covers the team, that some of the options for names that we're going to get the vote on for the San Antonio squad was going to be the Toros, which would be cool because that would also fit with the Brahma Bullpen theme, so we could just rock like that. Just change the hat when I do a International Football Alliance episode. But I also heard the Vaqueros are going to be an option, so that would be cool too because that would work. You can't have a cowboy without a bull, and you can't have a cow pasture without someone working it. That would be a vaquero. If you work in a cow pasture and you're in South Texas, that's what we call you down here. And I also think it'd be pretty cool because it's kind of like a little to the Dallas Cowboys, right? We could be like the real Cowboys, the vaqueros down here in San Antonio. But those are a couple of the names that I heard. There was like 2 other ones that weren't near as appealing, but we'll see. We'll keep watch for social media, watch for that to get posted. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover any offseason UFL news. We're going to cover IFA, International Football Alliance, down here in San Antonio. That league's kicking off next summer, June 2025. That's also why we want the UFL to be moved up a little bit so that it doesn't conflict with one another. We can put full attention covering the Brahmas and then switch right into covering the San Antonio IFA, hopefully Vaqueros. Let's speak it into existence. Let's try to roll up tongue. This episode of the Bullpen, we're going to be talking about the San Antonio Vaqueros. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. I like that. Okay, I think we're going to have margaritas and Vaqueros here on United Football Media on behalf of the Bullpen. So that's what we're doing. Keep your eye out for that. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We had a great season. We're going to be taking a little bit of a break, so if you don't see any content in the next few weeks, it's because I got like this real long list of honeydews that I haven't got to all football season. I'm going to go get those done so I don't get kicked out of the house. I might really be living in the cow pasture if I don't get something going. With that, we're going to get out of here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you on behalf of United Football Media for watching us down here in the cow pasture. This is your boy, Brahma Bullpen. We're going to sign it off. Inaugural season in the books. And we're going to go, let's go Brahmas. Let's get us to the offseason, baby. Is it January yet? Come on, let's go.